Okay, so not sure how the mic's going to work, but we are on our way to Resurrection. Pre-tournament meal at Mackie's. Woo. So joined with Sam, that you'll notice from the channel. Hello Sam.
Hello.
Hello. Look, this is the man behind the mask. Yeah. And this is John. This is the man above the belly and the waist.
Yeah. Who you wish was wearing a mask.
Yeah. So John is taking wood elves and Sam is taking ogres.
Ogres.
No, ogres. Yeah, not ogres. No. Because that would be Age of Shipmile, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do that. So there we are. Oh, and thank you very much. Cheers. Our breakfast has just arrived. Oh. What's Sam got here? Look. Oh, look at that. Bit of Coke. Coke. So we are on our way. We will see you shortly at the venue.
Yes.
Okay, so here we are at Battlefield Hobbies. So let's go and check out this store. We are here through the prison gates, as it were. So I'm going to be running vampire counts today. Christ knows how they're going to do. John behind me, he's using his wood elves. So let's check it out and see what's going on. And there is the man, the legend's arse himself.
Do you recognise me?
Hey. Hello.
Oh yeah, welcome Gary.
Oh, hang on.
So let's go.
We'll do that one. It's off camera, you're right.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I am.
Nice to meet you. Who else we got here?
I'm John.
Alright,
Right.
son.
Hey there, mate.
Which John?
Just have a quick
John Owen, nice to meet you. I don't know.
He's one of your lot.
Oh, you can pretend that. I'm not. Sam, nice to meet you guys.
Just do a bit of recording.
Hello.
You alright?
Good morning, welcome to Battlefield Hobbies.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So you're entertaining Resurrection today?
Yeah, we are. We're hosting Alex and all these lovely terrain and all you nice people who've not been here before.
Oh, I've been once.
You've been once?
I have been once. You weren't here at the time, but I have
Oh, you
been
went to the old
once.
place? You went to the old...
No, I came here.
On this shop?
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably
Yeah, I
why I
brought my son down a little while ago.
Yeah.
Probably in between pandemic. Might be even
It's
just
been a
before.
bit crazy.
This is it. You sort of blink and it's 2 years have disappeared. So we're just going to check out Battlefield Hobbies, a competitor for Black Dragon, but you know.
We are a competitor, okay, yes.
But as we will be on YouTube, let's check it out. And wow, Flames of War, loads of it there. Look, if you want your Flames of War, this is the place to go. Evidently, look. You got a big community here, have you?
Reasonable. We've got a lot of online players because we do a lot of tournament events for Flames. So
sweet.
It's probably it's one of our bigger regular tournament things.
Yeah. And plenty of stock of the Vallejo. Oh, and around here we've got some Warlord. And the obvious Games Workshop bits. So it's a well-stocked shop, as you can see. We'll post a link to the store's website as well.
It was when we were at Brook Bath with Sugar.
And then the gaming venue is through there, which we'll see shortly.
I played for Wales. So it counts. It counts.
So here we are at the Resurrection event. Got a member of the Empire.
Clearly a Bretonian. Clearly a Bretonian.
I know, winding you up.
Crusade started for less.
This is it.
Hello.
Hello.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Not the largest army in the world, but very beautiful. And the terrain that Alex has been working on. Printing away. So this is the gaming hall, or one of the gaming halls, and then head into the second one.
Yeah. So this is the first time I've been here, so I
for tomorrow. I was painting the bases yesterday.
Got it all wrong, I've impressed them.
Okay, so here we are, the first match of Resurrection, which is myself and my vampire counts, where the only vampire is currently dead. So we're looking to get some souls to bring him back to life. And I am playing the infamous Ergo. So he's brought with him his orc and goblins. So look what we're up against, some squig herders.
And of course the infamous Tom Jones,
Exactly.
General.
Yeah, Tom Jones, the General. So we've got some arrow boys, a couple of bolt throwers, a rock robber, snotlings, night goblins, black orcs, wolf riders, snotling coal wagon. So yeah, a real mixed bag, basically, a bit of everything. So let's see how all this plays out, and we'll be back shortly to end of turn one, let you know what's going on. Comedy moment of the game, the little bats have beaten the giant in combat and he's fallen over by the squishing bats. So here we go. Okay, so at the end of the battle, round one versus Ergo. Ergo managed to sneak the victory. After 4 turns of the 6, he led by 500 to 400. So just have a look at the battle. We've got loads more skeletons down here, protecting our provisions. The bats held up the giant for the entire game.
Gaining man of the match.
That's it. The giant fell on them, hit them with clubs and everything.
Jumped up and down on them.
Jumped up, they were fine. Tried a sneaky little attack there by resurrecting some zombies on the objective, but it didn't work because the sneaky wolf riders managed to get in there. Over here, the wyvern didn't really do much other than kill the black coach.
Didn't do much other than kill the black coach. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty good in fairness.
Imagine the terror of that. People running around my line. Sorry?
Were you the winner in the end?
Yes, yeah.
I'll add it to the competition.
I was expecting to get absolute run all over because of the amount of fear that vampire counts cause.
Yeah, but you were passing them all on double ones and 1s and 2s.
Yeah. Which did help. So
Yeah, dice aids to
well
the
done,
rescue.
boys. Well done, you've done it. And well done, but still, man of the match has to be that bat swarm.
Yeah.
Because I can't believe the amount of damage I dealt out to them and they still was there.
Excellent. Okay, well, all the best for the rest of the tournament and good luck.
Thank you.
You're on your way towards the top.
No, I don't think so. Not with orcs and goblins.
Right, we'll see you a bit later.
Right, bye.
Okay, so round 2 is against Scott Milkins and his vampire counts. So welcome to Scott, and just a quick look at his army because you've already seen mine. So we've got some dire wolves and some sword and board skillybobs with a couple of characters there. We've got vampire, sword and board skillies, necromancer with sword and board skillies, ethereal, dire wolves, blood knights, and some fellbats. So this game is a game called Headhunter. So basically we're looking for scalps. This is the beautiful terrain done by Alex. And shows what you can do with a 3D printer and working for yourself. Okay, so we'll get cracking on the game. Okay, so at the end of game 2, absolute carnage. All pretty much resolved around the middle. We're playing Headhunter, which is basically a normal scenario, with the bonus of added points for the characters' heads. Managed to create a unit of zombies in the corner there to score myself an extra 100 points towards the end of the game. The key part of the battle was the loss of my opponent's vampire, where his unit crumbled around him and unfortunately he died. Man of the match, yet again, in game 2, still the little bats of doom. How do you think it went?
These guys are coming into my list next. I mean, they took on a vampire lord, so you can't really say.
No, exactly. Vampire Lord had held up a Graveguard for what, 4 turns. So there we have it, and great game, and thank you very much. Okay, so game 3, final one of the day, is for me, yet again, against Vampire Counts, and my opponent for this one is Tim Hinchliffe. Hello. So, let's have a quick look at Tim's army, which you've already seen mine previously. So we've got some fellbats and a small sort of unit of ghouls, some direwolves, small unit of zombies, some ethical hosts, unit of zombies, some skellybobs, some black knights, big block of them, a big block of direwolves, more direwolves, and some more ghouls over in the far corner. And then we've got, how many necromancers we've got? Was it 3 or 4? 3 necromancers and a strigoi. So that is 2,000 points of competitive Vampire Counts army. Okay, so we're playing a scenario called Provisions. So we've got 5 objectives on the table. These boxes and barrels, they're going to be worth 100 VPs if we've got more than the opponent at the end of the game. So for everyone we've got more than the opponent, they're worth 100 VPs in addition to normal scoring. Playing for 6 rounds. So yeah, I'll let you know how we get on, and then just do a quick. I don't think we've done too much of this at the minute. So I think there's 30 players today here at Battlefield Hobbies. Just go and quickly do the. Here's the organiser himself, Alex, and then we've got some more tables in here. So at the end of the game with Tim, it's a marginal advantage to myself, but overall a draw. Overall winning by 95 points, which was the value of a box. So my bats again, man of the match. So yeah, over here, a little bit of a sort of a bottleneck over there. And these zombies did nothing other than sit on a box. Really, again, another game of Vampire Counts, cancelling each other out. So yeah, it wasn't most exciting of the games. However, they all count, and it's been a great tournament. So we'll do the after dinner speeches in a minute.
First things first, I really want to thank everybody for approaching this event in such good spirit. Not one single incident. And there was 3 new scenarios, a bit tricky, so huge thanks for that. Makes my life so much easier. And you're going to invite back, so win-win.
Check for him as his
Okay, so one thing I forgot is to ask you for a vote on the best painted army, so we'll scrap that. Apologies if you came here specifically to win that. Nurgle's looking particularly disappointed. But hang on, you're my Wolf Rider, so you couldn't possibly win. Okay?
Almost broke my car.
Okay, so we'll do best sports first. And we have a 5-way tie. Okay, so a huge credit to Max Cooper, Chris Johnston, Paul Frith, Tim Hinchcliffe and Ed Howden have the same amount of votes, so well done guys. Sure, they won't mind me mentioning 1 or 2 of these are to the lower end. It's easy to smile when you're winning, it's harder when you're not doing so well, so credit to you. And I was just saying, I won Best Sportsman once and I was in a draw with other people and we rolled off and I lost and I gotta be honest, I punched him. No, I've got a plan in place. So of these 5, because I'm not making terrain for all of you, so we need someone who is slightly better. So what I thought was, if there was a draw, the player with the lowest points would be the winner, okay? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that is, I believe, it's Max Cooper. If you're going to Facebook page, we haven't done prizes, but what I promised to do is make some terrain for each of these winners. Okay, so that's the best sports, and now on to the big one. After 3 rounds of hard combat, in 3rd place with 4,352 points is the Demonic Legion of Matthew Dean. Amazingly, and I think that's probably where we might need a tweak, if not the scenarios, certainly the scoring, because some scenarios you could score massively in. But I mean, it's the same for everybody, so what the heck. Anyhow, in 2nd place with 5,645 points, which is an amazing score because he lost his first game, is Dean Perry. And pulling it out of the bag with 5,920 points, we have Phil Ashton. So that is it, guys. If you are not joining us for tomorrow, huge thanks for joining us today, and we hope to see you in November. If not, then certainly another.
Sorry, I just want to say, he was in your army and you were doing the scoring.
He gave you the tools, that's all I can say, mate.
I have to know. Wooden spoon.
Oh, yes. Well, we've just established that, didn't we? But not necessarily. You were lowest of the best sportsmen, but you were also lowest of the John tried really hard for the wooden spoon, but he only went and did reasonably well in the last game.
It's because of him.
Yeah. Okay, so if you are leaving us today, thanks for joining us. If you join us tomorrow, it's going to be slightly different. I don't know if you played in, well, even if you have played in a campaign, it's going to be different tomorrow. There'll be lots of things to trip you up, help you. I hope you're going to enjoy. So those of us who are going to the pub, you might need a postcode from me. Yeah. And we are going to go back, freshen up really quickly.
Can I say quick, boys, if you're going to the pub, when you go to the pub, the postcode might take you to the actual main, what you want is the courthouse, but it might take you to the main manor. Yeah. Just turn around.
There is only one pub in the village, it's covered with ivy, it's a typical old English pub. Okay, that's it. Thanks very much, everybody.
Thank
See
you.
you soon.
Not everyone's back tomorrow, so for some people it's only there one day, and I'm sure you've all seen the effort Alex has been putting in over the last 3 months to make this event happen. So I think we should all owe Alex a huge round of applause.
And I'd just like to say, it was just me.
Alex, we really appreciate you, but after what you said, we were all afraid you were punching us on the face.
I don't know what to do.
Okay, so there we have it. That was the Resurrection event. There is another one in November. Do check out the Facebook group for Warhammer Fantasy. And yeah, I mean, for me, a couple of grindy results with the vampire counts, and ran out of time in the first one. So I think I ended up about mid-table-ish. But yeah, it's a great event, really well hosted by our host Alex, and also Battlefield Hobbies. So again, obviously, whilst they are a competitor, do check them out, and we'll see you soon, hopefully at the next event. Thanks for watching. Right, so bit of, I guess, chatting about the event at the weekend. Now I only did the Saturday. The Sunday was a campaign event, and really what my thoughts were going forward with it. Really good sort of turnout, considering we're just out of COVID. So that's a credit to Alex, credit to the community. I think we had 30, I think it was, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, 20, yeah, so it was about 30 players. Nice mix, couple of factions missing. So with that in mind, I guess the top armies going into the third round, fairly predictable. Wood Elves, Bretonians and Vampire Counts. So obviously top tier, 20 years on, he's still top tier now. But overall, the event itself was a big success. Didn't really know what to expect, having been out the scene for some time. Obviously played a lot of other tournaments, Bob Action, Kings of War, etc. So obviously going to that kind of tournament was interesting. Definitely something I'd do again. I think the scoring system, to be fair, for me, was a little bit swingy. It was based on victory points per scenario, and obviously some of the scenarios, well, in fact all the scenarios were custom. Not sure how much play testing had been done on them, but obviously Alex no doubt will come on and mention. But yeah, I mean basically you could quite easily score a low score, you know, 200 or 300 in round one, and someone else score, I think the highest lowest in round one was zeros, a couple of zeros there, and then the highest was 1300. So that's a big swing to try and catch back. I mean overall in one scenario the highest score that someone attained considering we're only playing 2,000 points, was 2,869. So I think for me, obviously, you know, again as a TO, this isn't anything against Alex, and it's, you know, it's his rodeo. He does what he wants, and obviously at the end of the day, the scoring was the scoring going into it. But I feel as if so well and good having victory points. There should be, you know, what we tend to do is obviously get a result for the game, whether it be win, loss, draw, and then obviously get bonus points for the victory points. So it just keeps things a lot tighter. Because I just feel, especially in a 3-game tournament, you can still win a game, but win by 200 or 300 points, and that really, as a win, isn't worth anything if someone else has smashed someone and got 2,000 points. You're so far behind that you can't physically catch up, which again doesn't bother me. I'm not the most gamiest person out there, but obviously those that are going there hoping to place, then obviously that's going to be more of a factor for them. The only other negative was out of 3 games, I fought 2 vampire counts. So with a vampire count army, and effectively your entire special rule for your army is fear and terror, complete waste of time, because what could I do? Nothing. So effectively both me and my opponent lost their army abilities. And both games, to be honest, whilst the people I played, which was Scott Milkins and Tim Hinchliffe, lovely guys, but again, both games just ended up in a grind fest in the middle. Incidentally, I did win both, but yeah. But fundamentally, yeah, just get in there, just guys die, guys crumble, guys get resurrected. Wasn't particularly great. Also, I was really sort of playing with, well, I mean, at the end of the day, I took a Banshee. So in 2 games, might as well just not even put her on the table. So again, it's one of those. There wasn't even that, I mean, out of the 30 players, I think there was only like 4 vampire counts, of which I played 2. So only drawback. I'd say more of a factor for vampire counts rather than any other faction, because any other faction's special rules don't really change anything. It's just you know, undead versus undead. Not the greatest matchup in the world, but anyway, so that's that. Note on the terrain, Alex, wow, every single table populated. I'm led to believe, and I've seen some of the pictures of the campaign day, which was on the Sunday, and he has absolutely knocked it out of the park on that. So absolutely, yeah, well done to him, building the community. Thankless task a lot of the time being a TO. Organising it, prepping it the day before, all weekend. Obviously, you had to step in one of the games in the morning as well, which is the prerequisite of being a TO. Sometimes if someone's running late or they haven't attended, fortunately Silvio did turn up in the end. But yeah, absolutely brilliant event. So can't argue with that. Venue, Battlefield Hobbies. I've only ever been there once before. Obviously, as a store owner myself, don't tend to get out that often to go and visit other stores, or what's the point? I can get it all at the same price or less anyway. But yeah, really nice setup. Got a reasonably well stocked shop, mainly obviously Games Workshop and Warlord stuff. It seems to be a bit of a mix there as well. Actually, quite a lot of Flames of War as well. Saying that, and yeah. Obviously, gaming table wise, I think they could hold 32 or 34 players. So again, a nice sized venue, reasonably accessible, just off the sort of M1 A5. So that was good. Facilities were good, decent sized toilet. Food was brought in off site. Don't quite know what the crack with that was, but again, you know, lunch was, you know, a decent lunch really, sandwiches and stuff. So yeah, overall, I'd just like to thank my 3 opponents, Ergo, Tim and Scott, for obviously putting up with me. So, thanks again to Alex. Thanks to my brothers in arms, which was Ed Howden, John Owen, Sam Terrace, and I'll throw Chris Johnston in there as well. So and Chris only had like an hour's sleep before the event, so fair play to him for still coming along. And yeah, overall finished 9th, I think it was, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, yeah, so highest ranked vampire count army with no vampire. Well, he was dead, tried to get blood, but again, last 2 games, didn't get any blood out of them. There was a Sylvanian vampire count above me, but I'm not counting him because he actually had proper vampires. Overrated. So top 3 was Phil Ashton with Bretonians, Dean Perry with Wood Elves, Matt Deary with a very scary looking Nurgle demonic army, Paul Frith with Beasts of Chaos, Jeff Morgan with the Lizards, and that was your top 5. In fact, and you know, it was great to see some people put a load of effort in. We had a couple of guys in fancy dress, which was epic, even though it was quite warm, and it then turned into only fancy bottoms after that, because I'm not quite sure the top half was a Dogs of War uniform, but anyway. So overall, if you are obviously watching this in 2021, there is another event coming in November. I'm not quite sure what the venue is going to be. I know Alex is contemplating whether it be the same location or elsewhere. So do check that out. I'm hoping to be there, and look forward to seeing you all soon. And yeah, I picked up another couple of people who want to challenge me on the channel, so yeah, it's all good, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.